As so many of you sent me this story, and I wasn't going to bother with it because, one, I don't like the bloke, the MP involved in it. I wouldn't give him the time of day if I met him on the street. I haven't got a lot of time for him. And two, it's not going to happen, is it? But you know, you sent me it, so we got to have a look at it, I guess, because you'll want to know what I think about the story. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been sending it to me, would you? So let's take a look together, shall we? BBC licence fee will be axed and replaced by government grant and subscription, John Whittingdale predicts. No fan of John Whittingdale myself, as I said in the intro there. Actually, my local MP for quite a while he was, and he sent me a card on my 18th birthday. Why? I've never met you in my life. Why are you sending me a card? You're not going to get my vote that way, are you? Slimy. And I've tried to speak to him a few times because he was Media and Culture Secretary, dealing with TV licence issues. And this is what I do. So I've reached out to him a few times, and he never wanted to meet me for a bit of a chat, which I think was a bit off. Really, I was one of his constituents, and I'm involved in this whole situation like he was. Surely we should have sat down, had a bit of a chat, eh? Never mind. Right, let's read on. The BBC licence fee could be axed and replaced by a government grant, with viewers paying a voluntary subscription for entertainment and sport, John Whittingdale has proposed. Well, it's already a voluntary subscription. You don't have to pay the TV licence, John Whittingdale. The former Culture Secretary said the rollout of Superfast Broadband would ultimately allow viewers to switch off the BBC and only pay for programmes they want to view. Now, the government have been using this rollout of Superfast Broadband to talk about the TV licence for a while now, and they've been saying that we can't really do anything about the TV licence until the whole country can access Superfast Broadband so they can watch whatever they want to watch, whenever they want to watch it. Well, it will never be possible, ever, for 100% of the country to be covered by Superfast Broadband, will it? It's not gonna happen. So they can use this excuse to kick the can down the road, and they have been, and they will continue to do so. Speaking to Mr. Whittingdale, who was sacked as Media Minister in the autumn reshuffle, said a core BBC delivering public service broadcasting, including news and children's programmes, could be funded by the taxpayer, with viewers paying a Netflix-style subscription for additional content. So it actually sounds similar to an idea I came up with last year when I said what they should do is put all their good stuff behind their BBC iPlayer paywall, whatever they want to call it. You know, they can call it whatever they want at that point, can't they? And just keep BBC One and BBC News on the telly, free of charge, you know, and no TV licence required to watch them, but put ads on there maybe to help fund it. And then if you want to watch the top stuff that you like your antique shows or you like EastEnders, you've got to go over and you've got to pay for the subscription to watch it. Or you can wait till like Sunday and there'll be an omnibus on BBC One on the telly for free, something like that. So maybe, very maybe, we're on the same page here, me and Mr. Whittingdale, for the first time ever. I don't think it will last. Is it not better to fund a core BBC package through a central government grant and taxation? The Conservative MP asked. Oh, he said the word taxation. If you don't know, many other countries, most in Europe as well, have a television licence. And when there's mass evasion, when public opinion turns on paying it, it can go one of two ways. Either it gets axed, like in Australia, or it turns into a mandatory tax and they put it on your phone bill or on your council tax, something like that, which they do, I believe, in France. And I think Germany, definitely France though. Yeah, that would be the worst case scenario if we get the TV licence abolished, turns into a tax added to your phone bill, your internet bill, which is probably quite likely, or your council tax bill. Yeah, don't like the sound of that, Mr. Whittingdale. We have fallen out again, sir. Instead of £159 a year, it would be a reduced amount to pay for the things an insufficient amount of people will be willing to pay for. Does that make sense? Does that even make sense? News, current affairs and arts programmes. The lowest viewed things on the channel you want us to pay for. And arts programmes, the BBC is scrapping off BBC4, which was full of art programmes. They're just showing repeats. Goes to show how much they care about that, doesn't it? He continued, on top of that, 2/3 of the current fee could be a voluntary subscription. You wouldn't have to pay it. You don't have to pay it now, John Whittingdale. It's voluntary now. You only have to pay it if you watch or record anything as it's been shown or use BBC iPlayer. But you can watch probably 90% of the stuff you'd watch anyway without a TV licence. You should know this, Mr. Whittingdale. You were Culture and Media Secretary until you got sacked for being crap. Before he left office, Mr. Whittingdale had been finalising a new licence fee agreement which would have kept the charge flat for 2 years, with rises in line with Consumer Price Index of inflation from 2024, leading up to a new BBC Royal Charter in 2027. Mr. Whittingdale said, "Nadine is unlikely to be more generous given the cost of living squeeze facing all households." Yeah, he was working on that, and I still think that's going to happen. There's a lot of talk about that. Nadine's talking about freezing it for a couple of years to help us all with our cost of living. How nice of her, mate. Those MPs really look after us, don't they? Because if it had gone up, the TV licence fee would have gone up by, what, a couple of quid over 2 years? So let's be fair, and let's say it would have gone to 165 instead of 159. It would cost you an extra £6 a year. That's going to make such a difference to me with the cost of living crisis. That's £6 a year. It's going to make no difference to anybody. They don't live in the real world, these MPs, do they? They're so privileged and they grew up with money. They don't understand that £6 to us little people is nothing. It's nothing, it's barely a pint of lager anymore, isn't it? Not that none of us could afford to go out for pints of lager because of the cost of living crisis. Cancel the licence fee, give us the £159 a year bonus. Come on. All right, so you can all stop sending me that story now. I don't like John Whittingdale. And will that happen? I don't know. It'd be nice. But he did mention taxation, which is also concerning. But he was an absolute waste of time, Whittingdale. Did nothing in his time in office. And sadly, I think Nadine is going down the same road. I really wanted to like Nadine. But she's talking a lot and not doing a lot. Maybe she just has to work at the speed the government works. I don't know how it all works internally. Well, what do you think about this? Now you've sent it to me and I've talked to you about it, which you wanted me to do. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in another video again soon. Thanks for watching.